Hello, friends. Despite the fact that in life unpleasant events and accidents frequently occur, there are those that can only be called miracles. Some of those moments are the result of incredible willpower, others enormous luck. You will now see the 5 most incredible survival stories. Number 5. Colby Coombs. As an experienced climber and instructor, even Colby could not predict what would happen next. In 1992, he and 2 friends climbed Mount Foraker, Alaska, which is 5,304 meters high. Due to unstable weather, they spent 3 days climbing to the top. And then, when they were very close, an extremely strong avalanche hurled them 300 meters down. When Colby awoke, he had 2 broken cervical vertebrae and a broken scapula and ankle. Colby promised himself that he would survive. Over the following 6 days, he slowly descended down the mountain, suffering hellish pain. It is difficult to imagine how people with multiple fractures could make it down 8 kilometers on a glacier. However, Colby reached the camp anyway. Surprisingly, after only a few months of rehabilitation, he went back to the mountains. Number 4. Yossi Ginsberg. In 1981, a group of 4 travelers, among whom was Yossi, went to the Amazon jungle in search of undiscovered Indian tribes. In the middle of their trip, the group split up. Yossi and his friend made an improvised raft, and while descending into the river, they fell into a waterfall. Their raft broke, and Yossi was left alone. When he was able to get out onto land, he found that of all the equipment he had with him, only a lighter and insect spray remained. He wandered through the jungle for a whole 19 days trying to find anyone at all. Yossi ate fruits, insects, and bird eggs. He even had to endure a jaguar attack, who he was able to deter by means of burning insect repellent spray. On the 19th day, Yossi nearly drowned in a swamp. When he was found by the search party, an entire colony of termites was living on him. He had lost a lot of weight, and he looked very haggard. It's amazing how he survived at all over that amount of time. After all, the Amazon jungle is known for its very dangerous flora and fauna, and without special equipment, it is very difficult for a person to survive there, even for a day. Number 3. Evan Muncie. At the beginning of 2010, Haiti suffered an extremely strong earthquake that took with it more than 220,000 people. Evan Muncie was working in the market that day selling rice. When the strong tremors started, the market building collapsed, burying the man. He was trapped under the rubble with little or no food or water for an incredible 27 days. It turns out that through the cracks in the boards from the building, Evan was able to breathe. And when it rained, water leaked through those cracks. When Evan was finally freed, he was emaciated and severely dehydrated. However, he did not have any serious injuries, which was a surprise to the many who participated in his rescue and treatment. Number 2. Tim Lancaster. On June 10, 1990, a British Airways plane left Birmingham and headed for Malaga, Spain. 13 minutes later, the plane had reached an altitude of about 5,300 meters. The pilots unfastened their shoulder straps, and the airplane captain, Tim Lancaster, loosened his seatbelt. A moment later, there was a bang, and the left windshield flew out of the aircraft. The captain was instantly thrown into the windshield opening and pinned to the aircraft fuselage from the outside. His legs were stuck between the steering wheel and the control panel. A flight attendant, located in the cabin, immediately grabbed the captain's legs. The co-pilot took over control of the aircraft. Unbelievably, they could only land the plane 22 minutes later. All that time, the captain was on the outside of the aircraft. Moreover, the flight attendant thought that the captain was dead, but still did not let go out of fear that the body would fly into the aircraft's engine, thereby lowering the chances of a successful emergency landing. When the plane landed, it turned out that the captain was alive. He had some slight frostbite and fractures of his hands, toe, and wrist. Incredibly, Tim Lancaster returned to flying after only 5 months. Number 1. Survivors of an incredible school bus crash. An incredible event occurred in the English town of Eastbourne. A school bus driver had once again had a strong argument with his wife and then left for work. After he had dropped off almost all the children, he began to ram into cars on the city streets. Soon after, the police began chasing the school bus, and the distraught driver continued on to the Beachy Head Cape. When he was very close to the cliff, he turned off the road and sent the bus straight into the abyss. Despite the considerable height of the cape, neither the children nor the driver had died as a result of the fall, escaping with multiple injuries and fractures. This distraught man is currently awaiting trial. Thanks for watching, friends. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and see you soon.